This isn't somebody forcing a woman to have a child.
Yes, it is. That is literally what it is.
Sex has consequences. And when you have sex, you are risking the possibility of conceiving a child. Are you not?
I agree with that, but I feel like you cannot force somebody to do something with... That is the main point of this. You cannot force somebody to do something with their body that they do not want to do.
Okay.
I don't know how much we want to talk about the abortion issue just because it's very...
I think it's a fruitful discussion. I think this is an important discussion.
I think it is important.
This is extremely important.
I'll just give my take. I don't want to give my take.
No, give your take.
On abortion?
We want to hear your take, Brian.
So, it's a kind of nuanced take, though. It's going to take me at least 2 minutes to explain it.
We would love to hear it.
Okay, so the arguments of people who are pro-life are not so easily dismissed. However, I would say that I'm probably going to lose some viewers, whatever I say. I would say I'm pro-choice. But I would say that abortion is clearly wrong. It's clearly wrong. But not everything that is wrong should be illegal. So, and this is kind of where I get into crazy territory. I think that we should be, and this is, I think, maybe me running the center too much. We need to develop an artificial womb. That way both sides can be happy. If a woman wants to get an artificial womb, so y'all can, if you want an abortion, you can get it, but the baby can survive. That is the compromise I think is fair. And I also think we should have, honestly, I think we should have free birth control. I think we should have robust sexual education. And I think people should stop fucking around so much.
That's
okay.
That's great. I have a question.
People need to take accountability for their actions. Straight up. Right there. Take accountability for your actions. Also, I guess in a way I would say I'm pro-choice because, like, look, you guys want to kill your bloodline off and totally, like, knock off any of your, any personal responsibility, fucking go for it. But it's wrong. Like, there's no way that you can morally say, like, if you were to let that kid grow up, like, in your womb, it's going to pop out. And in 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, it'd be sitting across the table just like we are. It's wrong. If you guys want to go do that, that's your prerogative. But there's no getting away from it. That's wrong. That's a human being. And that people should take responsibility for their actions.
I respect that you think that.
I'm going to run the
respect
center.
That you also respect people's choice.
I think that it's wrong, but people are going to make their own decisions.
I want to just run the center a little bit here. I think what I don't like to see, I know you want to come in here, Chase. I don't like to see either side straw manning the other side. I think the pro-choice side makes a bodily autonomy argument, and then the pro-life side, the thing that you're going to, the argument that you're going to have to make to convince pro-lifers to be pro-choice is you're going to have to convince them that upon conception, that's not a life. You're going to have to, because they genuinely think that it is a life at conception. They think that that's a life worth protecting, and they believe it's murder. So you're going to have to convince them that it's not murder. That's the challenge you're up against. It's not about controlling women's bodies. It's not even a religious thing, because there's many atheists who are pro-life. So I'm just trying to run center here. That is what you're up against when you're talking to someone who's pro-life. These guys can make arguments that aren't based in religion.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I also have something I want to say too. You can go first, but I just want to make it known. I have something I need to say about this. Please go ahead.
Okay. It's just frustrating that you keep on interrupting people. But
I've been interrupted like 20 times in this conversation. It's a conversation. It's fine.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I was gonna say, like, I do think, like, whatever. Like, I think that it could be argued that it's a life. Like, technically, it's zygotes, and, like, I don't know. Like, when you masturbate, you're killing babies.
No,
it's a bit different.
Okay,
it is a bit
very different.
It's like, they're not like sentient yet. Like, I don't know. It argues like that's not the argument. But basically, I'm just trying to say, like, I respect people's religions, but I don't think that, like, religious people, just because they have a religion, I don't think that gives them the right to, like, tell people to, like, make rules based on this religion. Like, It's not uniform, you know?
You're right. And I completely agree with that as a Christian, okay? And a big part of this discussion for me isn't like pushing my Christian beliefs on the rest of society. Obviously, there's a motivation there as a Christian because of what I believe and what Brian was saying about life at conception. Part of this, though, is about the physical pain that's caused to unborn children in second and third trimester abortions.
I agree that I don't think that abortions should. Yeah, okay.
Those also account for a very low percentage of abortions. Though.
You're right.
It's the same argument that you made when you were like 95% are not rape cases. You can apply that to this as well. So I don't think that that's an argument we should discuss.
Wrong, because you said you don't have the right to tell people what to do with their bodies. And there's a lot of people in this country who believe I should be able to have abortions all the way up until, the day of delivering the child, okay?
Even post having
a child. I don't think so. Most of the reason that people get
no,
abortions is because they don't want to go through pregnancy.
There's laws being passed in the country to legalize this. This has already been legalized in different states, okay? And so for me, part of this discussion, I use that example of late-term abortions because part of this discussion is you're saying, women say it's my body, it's my choice. You have no right to tell me what to do with my body.
Someone get London.
Women say it's my body, my choice. You have no right to say what women do with their body, right? Okay. I also don't think anybody has the right to harm an unborn child, to murder it, to do anything like that. And that being doesn't have a say in this conversation. And this country specifically was founded to secure life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for every American. But we're not doing that for Americans in the womb. Everybody's just saying that they're not people. People were pressuring my mom to have her abort me because she conceived me out of wedlock and I wasn't gonna have a dad in my life. They pressured my mom to abort me. I never had a say in the conversation. Thankfully, she kept me, but if she had aborted me, I wouldn't be here. And I'm a person, right? Like, who's speaking up for these unborn kids? No, nobody. Everybody, you guys just look at them like they're not even people.
A lot of people are, because Roe v. Wade just got overturned. So I think a lot of people are speaking up for them.
Yes, we all are. Yeah. But you guys think that you guys just have the right to do whatever you want to these unborn people. And I think that's wrong.
I feel like I have the right to do anything I want to my body.
But do you have the right to do anything you want to another person's body?
I don't believe it's another person's body if it's living inside me.
Why?
Because it's inside. I think it's kind of like a parasite. It's literally growing off of me.
What about you taking responsibility for like what you did?
Yes.
For what?
If you consensually have sex, you chose to create a human being. It's not a parasite. It's a human being.
Okay, wait. I would like to ask you a question, Chase, just out of curiosity. So you mentioned and you shared, and thank you for sharing, that like your mother was pressured to get an abortion, correct? And you were happy and you grew up happy from what I've seen, or just what you've told me. What about the millions of kids who are born and have no family, thrown into the system, grown up in dangerous situations? Do you think that, just out of curiosity, I'm not saying like whether I agree or disagree, but like, do you think that they should still be brought into this world if they're put in dangerous situations?
It's a good question. Mm-hmm. It's a complex question, obviously. What I know is that there's a lot of people in America who want to adopt kids, and it's often very difficult and very expensive to adopt kids because of, I don't know, whatever fucked up system we have created here. What would be most ideal would be for those kids to be able to be easily adopted by families that love them, that want to put them in a good situation. And I don't think, this is a point that a lot of my Christian friends make, I don't think two wrongs make a right. Like, there's a lot of kids that are born into quote unquote dangerous situations who end up flourishing in life, and they live very healthy, successful lives against all the odds. You know what I'm saying? And to just like discount all those kids and say, oh, there's no way that they could live a healthy, happy life. Like, I think that's wrong. And I think that we should make it easier to adopt kids, because there's a lot of kids in this country who, are born into shitty situations that could probably have better situations, and there's barriers to it,
So do you support putting funding into programs that would make the system better and make it more safe? Like supporting like
absolutely
foster care, for example.
We spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on the dumbest, most useless shit. We've sent Ukraine like what, $60 billion north of that. We've sent another country so much money when we have kids here in America who are starving, who are below the poverty line, who aren't in good situations. I think that we have, there's so much money to go around. We printed trillions and trillions of dollars over the past couple of years. If we're talking about where to put our money in America, I think if we're going to build a pro-life country, like we should be looking at the kids who need it most.
I agree. Americans should eat first, and we should take care of especially our younger generation.